This is the plaintiff, Neil Shutlick. He says he hired the defendant to move some of his things, and the day before he was supposed to take delivery, the defendant called him and told him his motorcycle tipped over in the truck, damaging it. He immediately got the bike, took it in to get an estimate of repair, called the defendant to tell him how much the damage was, and the guy ignored him. He's here suing the defendant for the $2,013.87 he's owed, and he expects to get every penny of it. This is the defendant, Boston. He says the plaintiff's kickstand and windshield were damaged when the bike became unstrapped and fell over during the 1,200-mile trip from Orlando to New Jersey. The parts that were damaged total about $150, but the guy's taking advantage of him because there were prior damages on the bike, and the plaintiff's trying to get him to pay for them by suing him for $2,000. Come on, man. He's accused of trucking it up.
Neil Shutlick. You are suing, you've asked to be referred to as Boston?
Yes.
Okay. The city or the band? What does the word Boston have to? You don't want your name used or the name of your company. You're the owner of the company?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. All right. For $2,013.87, the amount that you say you are out as a result of their negligence in moving your motorcycle. Explain to me what happened.
Yes. I had a motorcycle, 10 boxes, and a 32-inch LCD TV to be moved from Orlando to New Jersey. My son was going to school down there, and we were having everything shipped back up. I put a post on a U-Ship website where I was in touch with the defendant, and he bid on...
What's U-Ship's website?
It's an online shipping marketplace.
Like a broker? They serve as a broker?
Similar to that, yes.
Yes. So he placed a bid. His price was one of the lowest. I checked his references. He had very good references. He also said on his profile that he carried $10,000 worth of coverage on insurance, and he was a vet. So I said, okay, I'll do the job with you. Veteran, yeah. So we did the deal. He was supposed to come in on the 22nd, and so I get a call on the 22nd saying there was an accident, the bike fell over in the truck. I said, well, what happened? He said, well, you got a cracked windscreen and the kickstand broke. I'll give you $250. I said, I'm not going to take that until I see the bike. I said, I'll wait till you come back the next day and I'll examine the bike. Well, the bike came and it was more damaged than the kickstand.
Do you have a picture of the bike?
Yes, I do.
So what did he tell you was broken?
He told me the windscreen, which did get cracked, but he didn't tell me anything about the fairing.
Right. And how do you have photos pre-shipment? You took them?
I told him to take them.
You took them. You told him to take them. Do you watch me?
Yes. I do.
I'm gonna pretend I'm the only one he's ever heard say take photos, even though I really have no business taking that credit for it.
You can say that.
Okay. Do you have a contract with them?
Yes.
Let me see the contract you signed. So what happened? Were you part of the movers or no?
My partner and I act as the dispatch and do handle customer service and payment.
So you weren't there when it happened?
I was
Who was
not.
there when it happened? Neither one? Okay, come on up.
My partner.
And what's your name?
Gary Jefferson.
Okay. Can you tell me what happened?
Well, the bike became unstrapped from the truck. The actual support rails snapped. The bike was heavily padded. It tipped over. The kickstand and the windscreen were damaged.
Okay, but I'm looking at the actual chassis or whatever of the thing is cracked and missing a chunk.
I'm unaware of that. I don't know much about motorcycles here.
I also have a signed bill of lading that describes the damages when he delivered the bike, and he signed for it.
Oh, I love this. Wait. Hold on. Let me hold on to this feeling. That side is telling the movers, you signed for it. Hold on, let me see what he's got. That's usually your line, isn't it?
Right.
Does your contract have some limitation of liability?
It does. Per the parameters of U-Ship, and I'll let you read this.
Let me see.
But it basically says that we're entitled, we have to cover carrier liability, and we have to honor that at 60 cents per pound, and that's not to exceed the cost of the shipment. This would be something that he agreed to by accepting our bid.
Right. Now, he bought coverage amount $4,500.
He also had the opportunity to purchase additional insurance and was encouraged to by USHIP because it explains the limitations of our insurance policies.
What does you have $4,500 of coverage mean then? He did buy the extra cargo insurance. You got charged at $30 for the cargo insurance.
Yes, I did.
Then that was a claim that USHIP denied him then.
Why did USHIP deny you?
USHIP said they would only cover what the damage to the bike was in excess of my insurance coverage on my bike personally. And I didn't feel I should...
What do you think they are?
So in this case, this moving insurance says, they're saying now, oh, we'll only pay for what your homeowner's policy won't cover. Does that sound like a scam to you?
Sounds like it's very misleading when they paid for their insurance.
You would think you're going to get the whole thing if it's damaged.
Right. Just seems very misleading.
Seem like a scam to you?
Yeah, I feel like if you're paying to get insured, you should be insured.
For the full amount.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's something rotten in Denmark here, going inside the courtroom.
Why should I pay for increased premiums when I didn't do anything to the bike?
Yeah, where does it say that in the internet? Oh, by the way, we just pay gap insurance. When do they pay? They must never pay. They must just be stealing people's $30
Probably.
left and right. And it's kind of offensive. Oh, they got their nerve. Did you ever receive a policy?
Yes, I did. And when I filed the claim, they showed me on page 10 where there is that statute, the statement that I have to go through my insurance policy first and they will pay whatever the difference is.
So when you sign up for this on the internet, it tells you this guy here, the freight carrier, these guys here, their liability doesn't exceed the invoice value of your shipment, so you should buy cargo insurance. You do, but you don't realize that they are only above and beyond, once you go claim it on your own. But that's your coverage. So why would I order him to pay more than what you signed up for? I realize what you're saying, that it was buried deep within the thing and you didn't see it, but why would I order him to pay them, to pay $2,000 when you clearly bought that other insurance coverage from a third party? It has nothing to do with him.
Well, I just think because he misrepresented himself in the profile, that led me to enter into a contract with him.
No, because you know that there was a limitation. You wouldn't have bought the extra cargo insurance. So you read this page. You know what this page says. So his I'm insured up to $10,000 did not make a difference to you in inducing you to sign anything. You know what the limit was there. That's why you bought the cargo insurance. And the way I see it, you have a very clear contract with him that limits their liability to your invoice amount. Then you have a contract for coverage with the cargo insurance people that doesn't limit it other than making you go first through your own carrier. So based on what I've heard, I'm ruling in favor of the plaintiff in this case due to the defendant's negligence, but it's capped at the amount of the contract, the invoice, which you paid $370.62, which I understand from both sides has already been refunded to you. Therefore, there will be no extra money due, and the judgment has been satisfied. Okay? That's my judgment. Good luck, folks.
Thank you.
Well, the plaintiff does collect, but only to the degree that he signed that contract with you. So how do you feel about the outcome here?
That's exactly what we thought was going to happen. We thought we were only liable up to $300 because that's what we were scheduled to receive. But the $70 is minimal.
All right, around the corner this way, and let's see what you're going to do next. You find out that you can only collect to the degree of your contract with him.
Well, that's just what it is. Judge ruled.
Are you going to follow the steps that other cargo insurance company outlined?
No.
This is it for you?
This is it.
You just eat it from here? And,
just eat it.
all right.
Learn a lesson.
All right, and maybe they'll learn to tie up bikes better next time around. All right, Harvey?
We've talked about calling agencies before rather than going to court. With insurance companies, there's a State Department of Insurance in most states, and you should call them before going to court and spending all that time and money. Let them put some pressure on an insurance company that does the wrong thing. You may find out that you resolve your problem short of having to go to court.